Hello, everyone! So, today I am attempting to record again. Yesterday I went to record and, I had logged out of my game after I'd prepped a few things, and when I got back in, it had deleted and reset. So last night I spent some time trying to get things set back up, as well as I could remember. I'm sure I made a few mistakes. Um, but today what we're going to do is work on a little bit of taming these worker animals. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up my engrams and show you sort of the level for some of these. So I think the lowest level one is the Doedicurus. So we're going to go ahead and learn that saddle. Let's see, what is the Anki at? The Anki is also very low level, so we're going to learn that one too. I actually might show you the Anki first, because I realized this little island here is full of Ankis. So now this guy isn't too bad. He's not really going to be able to keep up with you, even if you don't have a boost to your speed. You don't want to get him near your buildings. He will do some damage if you build out of wood. You don't want him near your animals either. So let's just go ahead and start tranking this guy. And you can see he's moving really slow, so I can just kind of... Hey, there we go. Alright, now he's going to need some berries or some veggies. I'm going to go ahead and give him my veggies. And my taming is turned up pretty fast, so he's probably not going to really need much in the way of narcotics. So, I'm just going to come over here to the garden. I'm going to get myself some more veggies, because I like to eat these. Oh, only two. Wow. I forget what it's like to not have the greenhouse effect. You see these here? They say greenhouse effect at 0. Yeah. That's because we haven't built our fancy, super expensive greenhouse yet. So I'm going to check this guy, and I'm going to take some Mijos off of him for future use. And I'm going to give myself some citronals, so I have something to eat. Oops, no, it's 99. There we go. So now we're going to just go check on this guy here and see how he's doing. So basically, the animals sort of have tiers of what kind of food they like. And to make it easier, I usually go to a website, Ark Gamepedia, and look it up if I'm unsure of an animal. Because, there's a kibble that they prefer. How the heck are you supposed to know what the kibble is off the top of your head unless you go look it up? You know, what egg with what veggie makes the kibble that they like? That is the most effective way of taming them. After that, for Ankies, for example, veggies would be the most effective way, and then Mijo berries, and then regular berries. So that's basically the succession for taming. So again, this is a low B. He's not going to get much in the way of levels, but that's okay. We're just getting one ready, and I'm going to go ahead and give myself a saddle. If you know you're going out for taming of an animal, you should probably have a saddle with you. I had to prep so much last night. I didn't have any of the saddles on me this morning, so while we're waiting on this guy to tame, and I have limited time during the day too that I can stream, so logged on today, had to do a couple of things. So now I'm just going to go ahead and dump off most of the stuff that's in my inventory, just throw it in a box. There we go. And we're going to go check on him. Trying not to sprint because it takes up a lot of water and food. He's going really slow. So what I may do is just give him a little bit of narcotic. I'm going to slip his saddle right on him because I am confident he will make it. We may just leave him be for a bit and go on and look for the next thing or talk about the next thing. So this island is incredibly safe. As long as you're not dumb and aggro a Bronto right next to your house, you're probably not going to have to worry about any of your animals. So we're built in wood, and but we're on an island that doesn't have everything we want. Doesn't have all the animals, doesn't have, you know, some of the resources we may want. So we're going to have to venture off into the mainland. So I'm going to show you how to make a boat. A very quick travel raft. This one over here is vanilla. I was originally going to do it on the vanilla. However, I realized that's going to be really freaking slow and probably not fun to watch. So I'm going to go ahead and do it on this speedboat raft because it is a lot faster. So I need a couple of things in order to do what I want to do to get this raft right. So, oops, that was not the right code. That was the right code. So, there are videos out there on how to lower platforms, but I'm going to just show you real quick. I think it's 82. Let's find out. No, that's thatch walls. It must be 81. Yes, okay. So, first thing I like to do is unhide sail. Or, excuse me, hide sail. There we go. So that sail is always in my way when I'm building. And now I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to extend out the area I have on this boat. Now, because this is a speedboat, I don't have a lot of area on it. I probably should have done Speed Hunter instead of Speed Boat, honestly, but we're going to see how this goes. So if you grab the rudder, I can never get it to place just right. It should be placing, if you have a pillar out and grabbing the rudder right at the front, mine always seems to be just a little bit further out. So I'm going to try this again and just try to get this sort of evenish. Looking pretty good. So now I'm going to hop off the rudder. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and place next to the pillar a foundation. Now let me go ahead and demolish this. And you're going to see this is going to take a minute. Why I'm doing this. Demolish. And then we place another foundation. Each successive foundation is getting much lower. So let's see. This may be a terrible boat to show on. I forgot how small the area was. So place the pillar in the middle of your foundation that you just placed. Destroy that foundation. Place another. You can see how much lower it's going. And this should probably be the last one we need to place. Now, part of the reason for doing this is because once you get your foundations lined up, you want to be able to access your raft from the top. Oh yeah, this was definitely the wrong raft to pick here. Because it's not going to let me place, is it? Maybe, just maybe it'll let me place one here. No, it's going to be fussy. Look at that. Oh me, oh my. Well, we're going to do a little something else here to extend this out. So I'm pulling out into the water just a little bit. I don't want to go too far because there's some nasty things in this water. I'm going to give myself a thatch ceiling. I think it's 85. Wood ceiling. Well, that's okay. That works too. So you can hook in a ceiling like that and then place a foundation below it on the rafts like that. And that is how you will extend your raft out even further on a vanilla raft or some of these other rafts is by doing that trick there with the ceiling, and then the ceiling is being uncooperative. A foundation under it, and you can extend out some of the rafts very, very far if you have a mod on. So this is built out in thatch. I would prefer not to have thatch on my boat. I can see it's uneven, but for this I'm not too concerned. So I'm going to go ahead and let's see. I think this... No, that's ceilings. Darn it. Alright, well I'm going to use Ark Commander real quick after I get some of this stuff out of my inventory, because I don't need this stuff anymore. And I'm going to give myself a few stone foundations. So let's pull this up. And stone foundation. Actually, we'll put it right there. Alright. Oops, that's a fence foundation. Great job, me. Great job. I don't know how I drugged that one and not the right one. Alright. So let's try this again. Here we go. So like I said, this one is not super extendable because it is so speedy. And I'll place one in the middle too to make sure that raft stays safe. But you see I can still grab the rudder. If I'd gone up too much higher, I wouldn't have been able to grab the rudder. So yeah, I had to lower it just enough so that I could see the raft sticking through. Okay, so now we have a slightly bigger raft than we started with. Not as big as I can build on it, but it's okay. I think actually I can extend this out just a tiny bit more. Let's see. Let's go ahead and give me... there it is. I'll take those wood ceilings. And let's see how much more we can extend this out. Not here. How about here? Put one here. Two. Alright. But not here. Well, we're just going to go ahead and have fun and get this extended. And not on this side. So yeah, you can see this one is super duper small. I think even the vanilla I can go bigger than this. And then I'm going to go ahead and get my... Oops. Oh, that broke. That's a little strange. Well then. Really. That is very strange. Why on earth is it breaking the second I place it? Very weird. There we go. I guess it was just a little too low in the water. Yeah, alright. So let's go ahead and just move this raft up a bit. I'm scared because there's sharks in here. So it looks a little weird, but it's, it'll work. Oh. This is the worst part about when you're building these rafts. Is before you get the ramp on the back to get it on and off, it's kind of a pain. Oh, my bird's up there. Let's go ahead and cheat. I'm just going to cheat fly over to the boat. Quick way to stop cheat flying, mount something, and dismount. Alright, demolish. So if you are using the versatile raft mod that I recommended, when you look at your engrams for rafts, here we go, you can see a little bit about each one of these. So this is the speedboat raft that we're on now. It's very, very small, but it has 450% speed. Speed Hunter is probably one of my favorites because it's 200% speed and a 7x7 foundation. And this one's really nice for building fancy rafts. This is the one I usually use, the battleship, which is 150 speed and a lot more structures. Now we're going to go ahead and get ourselves some wood ramps. I accidentally spawned those earlier, so I know they are 91. Let's go ahead and give myself one there. And now it's going to be uncooperative. Yeah, okay. So it's not going to let me place one here, so I'm going to do this, demolish this foundation, place one there. So now I have an easy way to access my ramp without having to fly every time. And pretty small raft. A little bit bigger than it said it would let me build, but I like this because of the sheer speed that we get out of it. So we have our Anki done here, so let me go grab my guy. And let me drop some of these materials too. I don't need these. And hello there, Mr. Anki. You have leftover fruit, so I'm going to take that and leftover narcotic. So let's go show everybody why we like you. This is going to take me a minute to ride up to where I need to go. But Ankis are basically, they're going to make your life a lot easier when it comes to metal collection. I usually put points into melee and weight. You can see this guy can barely hold anything, so we're going to give him a little bit of weight. He was a lowbie. Starting off, it's fine to tame low-level animals. As you start to progress, you're going to hinder yourself if you don't tame higher-level stuff. But yeah, the reason I say melee too is the higher their melee damage, the more items they'll get out of a single swipe here. So like say I got, you know, 16 stone, 36 flint. Let's see what I'm getting. If that melee damage were to go up a bit, let's go ahead and give it. You may not see it with 1 point, but each point basically is going to increase how many resources he gets. So it's good to have high weight. And I have a buddy that the way he does it is he has a high weight Anki and a high melee Anki, and he has them follow each other. So when he goes out harvesting, and that's how he gets his resources. So here we go. Here we are at a metal node. Hopefully this one isn't too terrible, but when I do that, one swing I get about 3-4 metal. If I were to mine this out, I think I'd only end up with about 16 or so. And this guy here, look at that metal. If I find another node, I'll go bang on it completely with my pickaxe. As you can see, he just got a ton of metal. And here's the cool thing. So one metal ingot in my inventory, you can see, weighs 1 pound. One metal ingot in his weighs 0.3. So this guy can carry a heck of a lot more metal than you can. So there should be another metal node right here. This isn't one that's huge like the other one, but I'll still chop it up anyway, just so you kind of get an idea. He got 65 minus what I got, so it's a bit more. But this, like I said, is not a super duper great Anki. Hopefully he will be. But yeah. Now what I do is, and this may sound terrible because I know you're probably struggling for resources, but when I'm using the Anki to get metal, I drop all the stone out of it, because if I'm out on a metal trip, I don't want to deal with a bunch of stone. I just want some metal. That's all I want. And he doesn't have a bonus to weight on stone, just on metal. So we have another creature. Actually, there's a couple creatures I know of that have weight bonuses on stone. we're gonna try to tame one of those next. So let me just go ahead and get a little bit more metal. Because look at that, that is beautiful. One swing too. Give him another point into melee. Should probably have done weight, but we're doing melee. Just to get his melee up a little bit. Drop all this junk. And now we're going home. And if they're too painfully slow for you, just call them. Have them follow you. Although Ankies never get anything but painfully slow, so. Where you going, pal? Where you going? Come on. So, here we go. I did not think about this. This is not a good way down. Well, for the sake of time. Whee! And if you're riding your animal and they land a long distance while you're on their backs, they will take damage. If you're not on their back and they fall, they won't take any damage. So there are some tricks if you're good with your timing. If you're falling on an animal and you hop off right before you hit the ground, you should both be fine in theory. It doesn't always happen, but a buddy of mine, I've just seen him drive off cliffs on his Giga and just jump off at the last minute. They're both fine. Alright, Anki. Oh yeah, honestly, Nathan, it is a lot like it. I love 7 Days to Die. This game is so much more in depth though, and I've been playing this game for about 1,600 hours or 1,700 hours, and I still have tons of stuff to learn about it. It is so freaking complicated, but it is amazing. I love it. I mean, I think it's got a lot of playability, and it takes a lot of time. You didn't expect dinos? I didn't know you didn't know that about Ark. Wow. Yes, lots of dinos. Dino riding, dino taming. Heck yeah. That's what makes this game great. So now I'm going to leave him here. And I'm going to try to go off and find the next animal on my list of excellent workers. So let me go ahead and climb up. Borrowing this guy. Alright. Now, next I would recommend a Doedicurus. Actually, I'd recommend a Doedicurus before an Anki. But they're going to take a little bit of time to find. So I may just go ahead and show you a different animal. Because I have things all set up to tame one of those. Oh boy. This is actually the problem with this raft. Too fast. Okay. So we're off. We're off to the other section of the island. And this amazing fast raft. See, I don't mind this raft because, you know, I have the Moby Dickless mod on that keeps the Lead from attacking rafts, except for the Alpha. And this one, Alphas can't keep up with it. It is way too fast for them. So this is normally a really painful ride, but it's going very, very, very fast. Excuse me 1 second, I just have to cough here. Ah, sorry. Hard to hit Control Shift M to mute myself while I'm holding down W. Oh, the graphics on this game are amazing. I don't even have them turned up all the way because I find that it lags me. So, yeah, it's an incredibly beautiful game. And one of my favorite things, too, about this game is that I can spend so much time in the sky flying. It's like the only game like this that I've played that has done flying right. They really put a lot of thought into it. So, let's see. I'm going to do a few things before we pull into this island, simply because the island and the creature we're going to tame are pretty brutal. Oops! Ah! Okay. That loaded out of nowhere. I'm not seeing any doe-dickers there. Alright. So, let me just go ahead and get about here. And stop. And I'm going to pull up my trusty old Ark Commander again so I can get items quickly. And I'm going to search for a bed. Grab myself a simple bed. And then I'm going to get some flak armor. So I'm going to pull this up in a minute and show you sort of the armor progression. So let's go ahead and get that off my screen. There we go. So, oh, it didn't give me all the flak. Well then. So if we look up flak, I haven't learned it yet, but it's going to tell me that I need chitin leggings and arms and all that kind of good stuff. If I look up chitin, it's going to tell me that I need hide. I did learn how to make hide, I believe, but hide would tell me I need to know how to make cloth. Now, the only reason I don't do chitin armor is because I find it's actually easier for me to get vast quantities of metal than it is chitin. So, I'm going to go ahead and just go straight to flak, see if I can get the rest of this armor to pull up. I don't remember what I had and I didn't have, so just do this. So let's go ahead and I'll just drop anything that I already had. Get myself equipped. I was playing around with the new skins. Let's go ahead and get a skin on this. Excellent, excellent. And let me place that bed because I was here earlier. I got jumped while I was in the commander pulling up things, and I died. That was a pain in the butt to get back. I ended up putting on infinite stats, so I'm going to take that off real quick. There we go. I can't spell, so I know it's, I think, infinite stats. Spell it out. Yeah, but anyway. Silly. Yes, that is a really silly costume. Nathan says it's a silly costume, but I love it. Just came out too, so for the season pass holders. So now my bird here, he does have infinite stats on, and I'm leaving that on because after I lost 2 wyverns to the server crash, I don't want anything to, and a really nice Pteranodon, I don't want anything to happen to this guy. He's really pretty, look at that. That's from my other server, my mutation projects. So, what this is right here is an RG taming pen that I built. I did borrow the design from a friend of mine. The setup is like this. There's pillars everywhere. There's a ceiling on top of the pillars, and then there's a dino gate. So the nice thing about this is you can run through on foot with through the pillars with them spread out like that, or you can fly a Pteranodon through. So if you pull an RG with a Pteranodon, you should be able to get it to follow you into this cave. cage, excuse me. Alright, so let's go ahead and see if we can pull an RG. Now, I did forget to talk about this. This is something I have here. It's a spyglass. And when I use this, it lets me see the level of an animal in the distance. So it's an excellent tool for taming. Oh, I might end up with 2 RGs. That's okay. I can show you the on-foot method of taming these. Because you can tame them on foot, I would not recommend it in hide. You definitely need chitin or flak, or you're going to get your butt kicked. So let me give this thing a little love tap here. Because it was flying away. Come on. Come on, pal. Think it's coming. Come on. Alright, so now I'm going to just walk on through. It's pretty mad. I'm going to see if I can get in here and get the door closed and then get out before it hits me. Yep. Made it. So now it is locked in here and you can just knock it out. I mean, so the reason I made the trap here was because I know this island is always full of these birds, but it is a super deadly, super dangerous island. Come here. I'm just gonna pump some tranks into it. Woo! It's down! Alright! Yay! So I need some meat to tame this, and my Pteranodon has a bunch of meat for me. Prime meat does work better, so I may go see if I can kill something with some prime. I don't really need all that much meat, but I'm just putting it on there, just in case. So, it depends on how good of a hunter you are. Definitely experiment with this before you risk something like this. I do have a really good bird. Even without infinite stats on, I could kill one of these. Get a bit of prime. Let's see, they're not taking too much damage. Now, if you're not playing with the classic flyers mod, you're not going to be able to spin as much as I'm doing. You probably get 2 or 3 spins before you gotta rest. But oh, he doesn't have infinite stats on. Okay. Alright, there's a saber-tooth after me. Grab a prime. I don't have much time to kill you, kitty. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and come back over here. Land on our raft. And I'm gonna get the prime meat out of him. Oh, we only got 1. See how fast it spoiled? There's, yeah, a lot of spoiled meat. Also, I probably should have been attacking it with my pickaxe to get more prime, but it was sort of like the heat of battle. So that prime is gonna make it tame a lot faster. Here's a couple more carnos, so let's try this. Alright, so now we should get more. And it's going to spoil my inventory faster than an animal's. He didn't give me any prime. I'll be darned. These guys used to be a great source of prime. There we go. So if you got a long way to go, you can put it in your animal's inventory and it should last a little bit longer. But it spoils super duper fast. Oh, hey, look! Haha! I did all that work to get prime, and he's already tamed. Well, that's okay. Welcome to the family. What I might do is just go ahead and show you what it's like to knock one of these out on foot. It's brutal. It's doable, but it's brutal. I've watched plenty of people die trying to do this. Let's see. I knew there was an RG around here somewhere, all by its lonesome. I'm not seeing it now. Must have flown off. Oh man, that's an Alpha Rex. I am not going any further that way. Okay, well then. I'll tell you how taming an RG goes. Terrible. You're going to be running your butt off. It is scary. Oh hey, look. That's one. They just do massive amounts of damage. So let's see if we can get this one here. Let's put our guys on passive. So semicolon for that. And let's see if I can get its attention. I don't think I can. Oh, I'm so sorry. Let me do this. I always forget. Turn up the gamma. Just sitting here like, man, it's dark. If it's dark for me, it's even darker for you guys. Oh, sorry, Nathan. You lost stuff during the server crash. 7 days to die? Oh, man. Oh, that is terrible. So you see how this RG is running? That probably means that it is close to being knocked out. When animals get close, they will flee. So that's another kind of annoying thing. Now, if you remember when I did the pteranodons, I bullied them. These big guys cannot be bullied. So I think that one's going to get away, because I'm not going to chase it. But yeah, you see how it is. It's, yeah. Like, oh boy. I don't like doing this on foot. I like my RG pen here. So, now we have an RG. So we're going to go ahead and give ourselves an RG saddle. That was an egg. Yeah, we're just going to pull up Commander. Egg, okay, kibble, saddle. There we go. Thank you. So, you probably should have had this crafted before you would come out here and fight these things, but again, like I said, I'm just doing this for time's sake. So let's go ahead and look at what level an RG is for the saddle, because this is definitely going to affect when you actually tame. So it is level 62, so this is a very high level, well, relatively high level tame. I've known people that can get 62 in a day, so it's not that bad, but still, it's kind of a higher level tame. So we're gonna put him on our raft, grab our pteranodon, put that on the raft too. Very tight space, but we got it. And we're going to head out of here. Now, I'm hoping I can find the last animal that I wanted to show you. We will see. Actually, I can show you 2 more animals and something cool I built. So, you see how I had that little taming pen there for an RG. Can you do a taming pen for other animals? Absolutely. And that's what I'm going to show you now. So, I decided, since I had recommended this area, and I am going to show you a little bit about fencing off your place one day, that I would just come in here and make a nice house and a taming pen right over here. Because me personally, I know this end of the island far better than I do the other ends of the island, since I spend so much time over here. Alright, the RG is very slow. So this is a loot drop. There should be some good stuff in it. I wasn't gonna stop, but I will. First thing I like to do when I stop for a loot drop, check around you, see what's nearby. because something like that can happen to you while you're trying to get your loot drop. So don't just jump off right away. These things last quite a long time. There we go! Woo! So, is my gamma up? Because, wow, it's still really dark. Oof, I think it's just this forest. Let's go fly up a bit. Hope that RG is still following. I think I got turned around. Faster on a done is fast. There we go. So I'm going to come over in here and I'm going to show you what I built. But I am going to figure out how to make it daytime because I'm tired of night and I'm sure you are too. So let's see, I think there's a way to do that. Time of day. Is that over here? Ah! Morning! Knew it was on here. See, this thing is amazing. Actually, I can make it full day. Why didn't I do that? Let's do that. Let's go with afternoon. Midday. Alright. I don't recommend that you do that. That screws up some animals that, well, the one animal that has to sleep a bit. It'll get his clock off. So, what do we got on this guy? We've got pretty crappy everything. So we're going to just go ahead and give him a little bit of weight. And I'm going to show you what I use this guy for. So, I usually live in this valley here, and there's usually other people. There's not a lot of resources in the valley itself. Most of them are outside in the paths or up above. So a few of my animals I can pick up and take with me. And that's what I really like to do. Take them where I need to go to get resources. But now I'm going to show you the taming pen. Let me show you the taming pen before I attempt to tame anything. So this area was really hard for me to find a flat spot. So I had to use the variable height foundations, and in order for you to use it properly I had to put some windows in. That bird is bothering me. I am gonna go kill it real quick before I go any further with this explanation, because if I get on the ground that thing is gonna come for me and wreck my life. You can see it's hitting pretty hard. And this this Pteranodon has a gold saddle on it just because I didn't want anything to happen to it. So this is a monster. Hate those things. Alright, so let's switch back to the RG. So putting the RG to work. And you are on passive, good. So, yeah, I extended the foundations out a little bit so that you can walk around and shoot things. So basically what I do is I put windows down here, and when there's an animal in there I want to tame, I can shoot it. And it works great with a lot of different animals. So there should be a way to walk around and see it from all sides in case it goes somewhere weird. And there's a people door to get in because most of the animals you're going to be taming can't get out the people door, so if you need to walk in there just because things aren't working so well, or if it's passive tame, you can do that. And then there's the dino gate. Normally I build ramps, but the dino's only going to be going out. There aren't going to be any dinos going in. So let's go ahead and pick something up to tame. So, this is also a pretty high level animal to tame, but it is amazing. So I think it's about the same level as the RG, which works out perfectly. So you can see here I have a wild one of these guys in my clutches, and I'm going to drop it right in here. Now you got to be careful because I am still near other beavers, so if when I start attacking this guy, I might get some other beavers running after me. We'll find out. Because if you attack an animal other animals of that type, if they're aggressive, will come after you. I should say can be aggressive. Like that Phiomia down there, if he had a buddy and I attacked him, both of them would start running. So, but a trike would, you know, attack me, another turtle, another beaver. So we're gonna start knocking this guy out. These guys are really hard to tame because they take a lot of care. Whoa! See, I got too close to the window there. Careful about that. Stand back a little if you can. And he's out. Perfect. So now I don't like leaving my bird out in the open. So I'm just gonna fly in here, check on it. Alright, so you can see it's waking up pretty fast. So for this, I'm actually going to use my citronals. And I'm going to put this whole stack of narcotic on here. You saw how... Oh, hey there. Sorry, I just looked over at chat. There is actually, I believe, a mining helmet in this game. I have never actually made one. But yeah, I don't know. Have I never... I think because I'm usually the builder and I don't do any of the clothing, I have to rely on other people for stuff like that, and nobody has ever made me one. Because it requires flax, which requires chitin, which requires hide, which requires cloth. On my non-single player game, I don't take any clothing stuff. I can't even do cloth for myself because I'm the person that takes all of the metal stuff, all of the like here, like all this, not that, the metal stuff here. It requires learning how to make stone and wood and oops, all sorts of stuff, and that's a lot of engram points, so I'm usually not left over with much. I do these two tree platforms. But yeah, I'm at 100 on my main playthrough and I've only got like 47 engram points left. It's pretty bad. So yeah, but anyway, as I was starting to say, the Anki, you saw how I just kind of left it, walked away. I can't do that with the beaver because their torpidity drops really fast. So I just applied a ton of narcotics, probably way too much. It's slowly going up. We're gonna wait. This is one of those animals I wish I had kibble for, but the veggies are doing pretty good. So I'm not super worried about that. Let me show you also the saddle for these guys, because holy cow. When you're first starting off, oh, this is an expensive saddle right here, level 61. It requires 140 cement paste, 100 metal ingots, which is a lot when you're first starting off, 290 hide, and fiber. Look at that. That's a lot. That's really a lot. But let me double check. I think he's still... Yeah, it's going back up. I'm definitely applying too many at a time. Let me show you what we have here with this beaver dam. My bird's going to be fussy about landing too close to the water. It's times like this I miss my wyvern, because my wyvern will land in the water, go pretty far in. So, get ready. Here we are. Oops. I opened the bird's inventory. That was highly confusing for me. I was like, why does that have cement paste, pearls, mushrooms, and a ton of wood? Now, normally, I would tell you if you've got something with you to pick up the wood, pick it up. And if you don't, drop all of that wood and destroy the dam, because you aren't going to get any more new resources until that dam is cleared out once you've touched it. So I'm leaving the wood for now because I intend to make this beaver go pick it all up for me. Alright. So slow. What did I put taming on? Should put it up faster. I think I set it to something that would be good for other people playing. But I think for the sake of the video, I need to turn this up faster. Holy cow. Beavers do take a long time, though, to tame. They are a pain in the butt. On my main server, my multiplayer server that I play on. Hey! I tame and breed beavers, so. And let me tell you, it is a pain in the butt to do that. So this is gonna not cooperate with me. So you see, I'm using something GFI. If you are okay with cheating a bit, usually if you don't know the codes off the top of your head and you hit GFI and the name of what you're looking for, it will sometimes give it to you. So, here we go. We got a beaver saddle. Put this thing on passive just because I hate things running off. And I'm going to show you the beauty, oops, of the beaver. Okay, well, you know what? Yeah. Your RG can carry it! Now you know. But, yeah, so let me just go ahead and forget the RG and take this thing for a ride. Because these are really fun guys to ride. I love these things. So, let me show you here their beauty with wood. This is why I left the beaver dam open. So you see here what each stack of wood weighs. When I put it onto the beaver, you can see how much it weighs in the beaver's inventory. Not much. Only 25 pounds. Now beavers are kind of cool because they also have a reduced weight on stone. Stone weighs 25 pounds. And their saddles are smithies. So you can construct things like the behemoth gate, which are massively expensive, right on their back if you're using them to pick up resources. So this might actually be a little bit too much wood on this low-level beaver. So I'm just going to throw a little bit out. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and throw it all out because I want to show you what they do on trees. So again, this is one of those guys where I level melee and I level up their weight. Now see, this is pretty annoying that I'm getting berries. I'm just after wood. So a trick that I use is I come in here and I search berry, and then I hit drop all, and that gets the heavy berries out of my inventory so that I can just go ahead and gather the wood that I'm looking for. So I'm just going to come along, nom some more trees. See a nice thing? They level up from tree nomming. You slapped that tail. Good little beaver. So there you have it. That is 2 of my favorite animals. And I'm going to go ahead and clear out this one's inventory. Simply because it is going to be too heavy for what I need to do next. There we go. So I actually should take it back to my raft and take it back to my nice safe island. Let me make Doodlebird follow me. Now you can set up your rafts to be really fancy. You can put like a dino gate on them with walls. You just have to be aware of your view. If you're using a vanilla raft, you're gonna kind of obstruct your view a little bit. So be careful with that. That raft mod I recommended does have further out zoom on most of the rafts, which makes it very easy when you have a large building. Oh look, a jerk. Let me do this. It's gonna kill my freaking beaver. No, you don't. I'm gonna put you somewhere else, and I'm gonna tame you. Alright, so I think my beaver's okay. Let's see. You're not gonna... You're gonna be a jerk. You know what? Forget you. I'm gonna kill you. I was gonna show people how to tame a raptor and talk about the raptor army, but now forget it. You're dead. You made me mad. Poor RG is out of stamina. It's not a great RG. Let me give it a little bit more stamina. Because I like to push my birds a lot. Alright, and now Doodle, I need to get you off a follow, get you to land, pal. You're gonna be a jerk, aren't you? Just kind of hover there. I really hate the mounts in this game, the flying mounts landing or following something. They have tried to fix it, and it's still not quite right. So, I don't know how people on officials play. Sometimes I just have to cheat fly up to my darn mount. Alright, so, pretty good haul. We got ourselves a beaver, we got ourselves an RG. And we're gonna head home. And I'm gonna keep an eye open for a Dodicarus. Yeah, am I saying that right? I don't even know if I'm saying it right, but it doesn't matter. They're my little cuties. Love these guys so much. They are to stone what Ankies are to metal and beavers are to wood. They have a very, very big reduction in wood, or excuse me, stone. Weight, so you can carry a ton of stone. Ah, there's one and it's blue! Oh, it's perfect! Oh god, there's a T-Rex. Okay, alright, Doodle. I need you to do your thing. No, that was close. I almost got knocked off in the water next to a T-Rex. This would not be happy. Oh boy. So, infinite stats isn't on this bird, so I'm hoping it and I can make it before its stamina runs out. With the T-Rex. I think it's a crappy T-Rex, so it should be okay. There we go! And thank goodness. Ah! Oh, now I get knocked off. Alright, that's okay. That's okay. So I'm going to pull the raft a little bit closer to shore. I'm not entirely sure I want to go all the way into shore, but I'll give it a shot. Alright. So now where is that Dodicarus? Come on, you stupid bird. Let's go find that Dodicarus. Oh, see that guy down there? That's a Kentosaurus. They are terrible. They will yank you off your mount. They will kill smaller flyers. So the RG and the Pteranodon, they'll just grab them and kill them. I despise them. No, I know there was a blue Dodicarus here. Where is it? Where is it? Beautiful. Where are you, beautiful? There you are. So this is a pretty easy and difficult tame at the same time. They move slow, but when they take too much damage, they curl up in a ball. So doing it via crossbow is a real pain in the butt to get them knocked out. 'Cause sometimes you have to wait until they come back out of their curled up stage. And sometimes, for me at least, my graphics glitch, so it looks like they're out of their curled up stage, but they aren't. So here we go, he's curled up. I'm gonna cheat on something real quick. So this is something... Really? That's not what I wanted. So I'm cheating in a magnifying glass real quick. This is something that a lot of people don't actually use. I'm just using it to kind of give you guys an idea of what's going on with him. So you can see his health is actually pretty low. I'm a little bit scared that we're going to kill him, but his torpidity is good. Now, I can shoot him when he's like this, but I don't think I want to. He is in this balled up state. You can see his torpidity is dropping pretty darn fast. He was almost knocked out. And his health's going up, so that's good. Very good. So I've had theories about, you know, backing up from them makes them come out of the ball faster. It doesn't. It seems to be related to their health, or their percent of health they have. So you can stay kind of close. It's not going to make a difference. I make good pteranodons. Look at this. Yeah, that's a beautiful pteranodon. I brought him over from my other server after the other one took the bird I had here. Or excuse me, the glitch took the bird I had here. You can see that that yellow is one of my mutation colors from breeding these guys. Alright, here we go. So let's get you knocked out. You're really close. You're running. There we go. Alright, so these guys aren't as bad as the beavers. I mean, they would tame pretty good on me, Joe. But I'm going to go ahead and put citronals on him, just because it'll go faster. And these guys are a little bit slow to tame. Actually, you know what I should do is figure out which kibble it is they liked. I should know this. I tame these too. It's not gallimimus, that's beavers. I don't think I'd know off the top of my head without looking it up, so we'll just let them tame on veggies. And it doesn't matter what you put into your inventory, they will prioritize their favorite food. So if you put meat and some prime meat in there, I've known people to pull out the regular meat while there's prime in there because they're worried that the animal will eat the regular meat first. They won't. So let's go ahead and get... That's not the right way to do it. Okay. There we go. Oof. Goodness gracious, I'm hitting all the wrong buttons. So you can see he's slowly leveling. You know what? I'm running low on time, so I'm just going to finish him off here. And show you the marvels of the Doedicurus. He is hungry, so yeah, we'll let him eat a bit. Leave him the citronals. So this is a Doedicurus. These guys are awesome for stone. So you can see here, one full English, holy cow. One full stack of stone only weighs 12.5 pounds on him. It weighs 50 on me. So a massive reduction. Massive reduction. And this guy is going to help you build your home. It is really, really great for when you're building in stone. So I'm going to go ahead and take him and put him on my boat. I'm going to grab my Pteranodon, and I am going to say farewell for today. Holy cow, I just cannot speak today. But, got lucky there. I found the Doedicurus on the way back. That is all of the animals that I really wanted to show you today. There is a moose that's very good at getting thatch. The sloth is also very good at getting thatch. Oh shoot, you were on follow. Darn it. So I will show you those guys another day. But I want to thank you very much for joining. And I hope you had a good time. And it was good to see you, Nathan. Happy birthday again. And take care. Bye-bye now.